There's nothing quite like waking up with the work done. I had a fantastic session on my gym equipment in my garage last night. And it's my belief actually that I'm going through a second adolescence because I woke up really, really late. But even though when I looked at the clock and I thought, it's the afternoon, bloody hell. But I did go to bed really late as well, to be fair. There's nothing like the feeling of getting a plan actually implemented, not delaying, not procrastinating, not thinking, should I, shouldn't I? If in doubt, do. If in doubt, do. And face the consequences, because nothing actually is ever quite as bad as it seems. And I know for myself, I've been an unbridled perfectionist, but the trouble is that if you're waiting for the perfect time to do anything, and the longer and longer that you leave things thinking, oh, I can do it tomorrow, or I can do it when it's a bit warmer outside, as you can see, it's properly cold today, but it's you can't tell from this, but the sun has actually been out, so it's been rather glorious. But the longer that you leave things, the more anxiety you're going to actually create for yourself. It's not coming from anywhere else. It's coming totally from you. And you have to take responsibility for that. And literally, after having done two training sessions in the last few days, I can already feel better in my spirit, better in my body. The tiny bits of excess weight have dropped off, and it makes the tiny changes that you get from doing the things that you know that you should do have massive effects on your life. You don't need to actually do that much. You don't need to take gigantic, massive strides towards your success. Just small daily actions, getting out for the walk, going to the gym, getting some home equipment, or even getting a pull-up bar in your house, whatever it is. And I love dancing, so long before I went to the gym, decades before, I was actually doing dancing, and loads of people say, my God, wow, your legs are really amazing. It's like, well, yes, they are, because I have used them, and I've used them in, importantly, very, very enjoyable ways. Don't make success another job. I see it all the time. And obviously, there are people that I follow on Twitter. I'm in the last year, I was thinking about this the other day. Am I in my early 40s, being a 43-year-old, or am I in my mid 40s? I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to say that I'm in the final year, of being in my early 40s. And I'm watching guys on Twitter, and they're in their 20s. And the thing is, one of them is, I think he's 24, 25, young. He's on testosterone replacement therapy. And I'm thinking, that's going to catch up with you. That's eventually going to catch up with you. And I'm not saying it in a gleeful way. And people, as I did at the time, people post videos of them doing particular exercise, and I just have to, it's like a horror film, it's like a horror movie. I can't watch, because I think, oh my God, please stop. And the thing is, I don't sometimes I do make comments if something is really egregious, but I watch and leave a comment saying, oh, please stop doing it like that, because you're going to end up with a slipped disc, because I've seen it so many times, and rotator cuff injuries and lifelong issues that people could actually avoid. And of course, people want to be out there and inspiring people, but it's very, very easy to push it too far, that you actually cause yourself irreversible damage. So this is why it's good think about things there are a handful of lessons that I learnt, from my ex-boyfriend, and one of them is that and the thing is, he was constantly reminding himself that never that he actually practiced it, but to live things on a day-to-day basis. Don't think about what physique you're necessarily going to have in 6 months' time or a year's time. Think about the immediate benefits. Think about the immediate satisfaction and sense of accomplishment that you'll get by taking the step that you know that you should take. There's nothing really magical or complicated about any of this. It is we ourselves that complicate it. It's we ourselves that create the anxiety. It's we ourselves that get in our own way. And for me especially, it's not even like I have to step out of the vicinity of my home to get to my gym equipment. I don't. I don't. It's been sat there for months and months and months at least, not being used. And 2 days, 2 sessions that I've done, and I already feel better. That's what to do. Do not anchor your success in the future. Anchor your success in the now, in the immediate, in the present, as much as you possibly can, because then it doesn't feel so far away. Bring it closer to you. That sense of accomplishment is not about what you are going to do. It is about what you have already done. And believe me, if you start to actually tally things up, even in your mind, there doesn't have to be a magical and wondrous routine or ritual about it. Just start tallying up the stuff in your head that you've done, and realize that you've done far more than you give yourself credit for, and then use that energy. Do not live in the future. That's what procrastination is. The future is a time that never comes. Your future is what you are creating right now. And do not overload yourself with pressure, saying that you have to do it all immediately, that you have to do it all perfectly, because that's not possible. It's all an experiment, and even more importantly, it is a game. Learn how to enjoy the game of life. Create your rules. Make sure that you're going to be able to do these things consistently. Don't go in begrudgingly. Don't go in resentfully. Go in feeling really excited, that just for the sheer fact that you are getting the work done. And when you wake up in the morning as a winner, when you wake up a doer, it's going to make everything else that you want to do that much simpler. Thank you very much for watching. Please do consider subscribing to the channel.